Well, it's been just under a month now since I got out of Creek County. Um, I really haven't talked about, you know, anything since I got out of everything since I got out. I mean, I've spoken to a few people I fuck with, but as far as kind of getting into it while I was there for a year and whatnot, and I really talked about it, so I guess this is me talking about it. I I know they have a. I guess I made the news or whatever. Which is wild. It's mostly all false except the SWAT team part. That's absolutely true, but I've never held her in that apartment. I've never touched her. I never laid my hands on her. I know she's contacted people when she hacked into all my social media stuff, Facebook, Instagram, emails, all that good stuff. I know she contacted people saying the most horrendous shit about me. But if people will, if you do your research and Google, say her name or something like that, one, you'll see I'm not the only person that got arrested that night. Two, if she ain't got no police records of me ever touching her or anything like that. Um, there's no hospital papers. I've never I've never hit this woman. Um, the only thing I can think of why she's saying that is trying to bury my name to take the light off of what she was doing. So yeah, I don't hate her or nothing like that. I only found out that she went back to Illinois when I went in April 7th to sign for the deal. They were coming at me with 10 years all the way up until April 6th. And then my lawyer came to the jail and said that they finally came out to 10 years. And it was the deal that I accepted that allows me to be on this phone right now. Um, yeah, I never heard her. I was there days prior to the whole SWAT team thing. We were partying, we were having sex, we were chopping it up, or we're having a good time. And then the day it happened, I'm gonna go to the store and whatnot. And I'm like, all right. And next thing I know, there's a knock on the door, and it's Sapopa PD. And yeah, I wasn't talking to them. I didn't want to talk to them. And right away, they got a hold of the SWAT team, like instantly. So I can only assume that was because she was telling them I had the gun, showing them pictures of me with a gun, so on and so forth. So, but yeah, SWAT team absolutely came. I kind of panicked. I guess there was a 2 hour standoff. It didn't seem that long to me. And yeah, with the deal I signed or whatever, they don't allow me to do drugs and all that good stuff. And one thing about me is I've always dealt with a lot of like mental, like personal depression, and I mean, shit. Just you have no idea how much it eats me inside. It eats me up, and she knows this. She knows this. So my outlet was always, I'm gonna get high. I will get high. I don't never hurt anyone else. Most of the hurting I do is I hurt myself. But yeah, so I guess when the SWAT team came, um, I had like a ball on me, and my thing was is you ain't finding me with this, and you ain't finding me with that, whatever. And so as they were breaking the windows out, and throwing a telephone in and telling, and I guess around a bullhorn telling me to get on the phone and talk to him, um, I did that whole ball in 5 minutes. So now I'm like Superman high. I'm fucking high as fuck. So yeah, I'm not talking to him on the phone. They fly a fucking drone in, wild. Freaked me out. Fucking, so I threw towels on the motherfucker and knocked it down. And then it started with the gas shit. They throw one of them in there. I'm getting through it. I'm fine. They throw a second one in there. It's getting tough, but I'm getting through it. I'm fine. They threw the third one in there. I'm beat. I can't fucking breathe. I can't see. My eyes are just. So I start making my way to the front room, and they busted out the window, and I got my hands up and whatnot, and I go to lean out the window. One dog, they let two dogs go. One of them catches me in the left arm, the other one catches me in the neck, and they pull me out. I didn't feel any. I felt pressure, but no pain at all. So I hit out, grab them to get the dogs off me, and some fucking SWAT team guy. I remember him saying, "Where's the gun? Where's the gun? Where's the gun?" I never got charged with the gun. So after that, I remember grabbing a cigarette and trying to light it and smoke it while I'm laying there, and the cigarette just breaks in half like it's wet. So when I look down, I notice it's blood. It's squirting out of my neck. The SWAT team dude runs over, slams his hand into my neck, talking about an ambulance is on his way, whatever. They get me up in the ambulance. I guess they shoot me up with fentanyl for the pain. I was never in pain in the first place. I was already fucking high, but I'm out. I kind of came to in the hospital. They're coming at me with stitches. I was just handcuffed to a bed, and then I remember going out again. Next time I wake up, I'm in Creek County Jail with 57 stitches. So I do 11, or I do a year in there, and yeah, it was tough. I had a really bad July. I got into like 4 or 5 fights, mostly with UAB dudes and Aryan Brotherhood bullshit and these Irish mob cats. Um, One of the fights I got into with the Irish mob motherfucker, I was in SEG when I fought him, which is bad enough, and he he kept saying he's gonna cut the leprechaun off of my neck, cause for whatever reason. So I'm like, well, fucking come get it. To his, yeah, he tried to come get it, and yeah, I beat the shit out of him, and I think that's what prolonged the SEG to last 5 months. Usually it's like, you get into a fight or some shit, it's a week in SEG, 30 days the most. Yeah, I got 5 months. Um, it sucked. It was 23 hours lockdown. It was fucking brutal, but because I was in a pod called B Pod, C Pod's next door, and I got like the fire door. So what I did to pass 5 months was talk to the females, pass notes, you know, shit like that. What else am I gonna do? And if you, in Creek County, if you want to see one of them, tell her put in the med card. You put in the med card, and you both end up in booking together, and you can see, if she's horrendous or not. But yeah, so I did that, and they took me out of SEG finally because they needed my cell for like a sex offender dude, and so they dropped me back in the population. Um, I was gonna get into another incident with another four UAB guys. They were trying to, come at me, making me push the button, push the button, push the button. You don't push that motherfucking button. You push that button, you're known as a catch out. Wherever you go, whatever other pod you go to, they're on your ass. You're gonna get, everybody's gonna be on your ass. So I'm like, nah, I ain't pushing no motherfucking button. They got mad at me because I told them, I guess if you're a UAB member and you get sentenced to 10 or more years in prison, they allow you to fuck boys. So I decided I'm gonna call him a faggot. Just pissed them off more, but it is what it is. So they're like, let's go in the shower, da da da, and I'm like, fuck, So right before this happens, there's like these three bloods in the crib in there. This older blood comes up, and he comes by where the shit's going down, and he's just like, he's rocking with us, he's with us. And I proceeded to go back with him to the spades table, and we busted some spades. Comes to find out, Bloods rock with the five, the crown on my chest, yeah, same shit. But I don't know Bloods and Crips. There's none in Chicago, so I don't know about them riding with a five or shit. So the last few months of my stay, I was just, kicking it with them. Um, I guess the worst part of it all is I was with her for 15 years, and I just hope she's happy. But I was with her for 15 years, and we both know what happened. You know what I mean? We both know what happened that night. She knows she was on some bullshit, and I didn't do nothing to her. And I guess the worst part is in July when I went to prelims. That's when the state presents its evidence. Um, she shows up, and she absolutely fucking buries me. And she buried me on that stand. And some of the shit she brought up was, she got into my phone, right? And she seen that I was talking to this girl, whatever. I may, and I was fucking getting high. I think at that time, I let that girl shoot me up with some dope. Um, she was hot. Like, just so FYI, she was fucking gorgeous. And at the time, my bullshit thing was, uh, if you're that hot, you gotta overlook some things. Shouldn't live by that, FYI. But yeah, that's me. I was crashing out, man. At that time, I was on the east side of Tulsa. There's some fools over there. Giving me the eye. Looking like they want to get active. My thing. No, let's get a gun. It is what it is, right? So I'm crashing. I'm crashing out. It's coming. You know what I mean? It's coming. And Penny's messing around with this dude Ben from Kansas. Yeah, fucking piece of shit dude. And we were together 15 years. So my life is literally falling apart. All while this has happened, I'm doing amazing at work. I'm winning awards. So on and so forth. I'm doing fucking amazing at work, but my personal life's absolutely going to hell. A lot of people saying that I was getting ready to crash out. I mean, maybe I seen it too, maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't give a fuck. But I did go to her apartment under the pretense me and her were gonna work things out, and that's what it seemed like. I was there for like 3 4 days, and we're having sex, we're hanging out, we're doing all the things we used to do, and then she decides to go to the store, and then she sends the police back. And then I hear she hacked into all my accounts, and she's calling me I beat her, this and that. Like I said, there's no what, so she can. None of that is true. None of that is true. And if and I'm sorry to the ones she's gotten a hold of. You know what I mean? I was in jail. I couldn't do nothing about it. Um, to the ones that didn't listen to her bullshit and waited to hear from me, I appreciate y'all. Y'all my people. To the ones that jumped on her bandwagon, the old poor Penny or old poor me thing. I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all, fuck y'all. I mean, y'all could have waited to talk to me, man. Fucking bastards. Um, I don't wish no harm to her, man. I thought about her a lot when I was locked up. There's a big part of me that misses her. There's a big part of me that loves her. But Penny needs to be with somebody, and Penny will always be with another man. That's just in her character. That's just what she does. Penny has a lot of hate. If you look into things, to how she got jumped on by those people at Walmart because she was running her mouth over some dumb shit. I mean, I wasn't there, but I, heard and read all about it. She, uh, she was determined to pay me back for messing with another girl. But, I guess at the time, technically, we were in it together. She was messing with that fucking dude, Ben. And I think she was more mad because that dude, Ben, she found out what that nigga was. You know what I mean? And so I think she's more mad at herself, and then she can take that shit out on me. I mean, and I ain't gonna like lie or hide anything. I was getting high as shit. I'm depressed. I'm hating life. Fuck. So, I'm not saying whatever, but I don't know what the fuck am I gonna lie for? Yeah, well, yeah, I was getting high as fuck all the time. All the time. Um, but I would never hurt Penny. I've been through me and her have been through so much. She got out of jail because she got locked up too that night, and she threw everything of mine away. I'm talking clothes, birth certificate, pictures, shit with my son, everything she threw out. I'm assuming she kept my dog's ashes, Lila, and if anybody knows me, I absolutely that was my world. My dog was my world. She kept my dog's ashes. I'm assuming. She also went to my work when I was still in jail before she left to Illinois and tried to convince my boss that me and her were together and that she's trying to bond me out and she needs my paycheck. Good thing, my boss is my boss, but he's also a good friend of mine. Good thing I talked to him when I was in jail, and he knew the bullshit. He was gonna go for it, right? No way. So she left and skedaddled. Also, one of my homies was there too at the time, and he heard it too. So she's doing all this shit, and I've heard about it for since I've been out. I heard the things she's been doing and the people she's talked to, and I'm just it bothers me because she doesn't want to look. She would do anything not to look bad, right? That's just she would do anything not to look bad. So I guess, shovel enough shit on my name to stop them from seeing that um, the random men, that the fact that you did invite me there, the fact that we were, I guess, like you said, we were freaking getting it back together, or working things out. And then I still don't know what was happened Sunday that made you want to go to the law for. But yeah, she costed me a year of my life. They came at me with 10 years the whole time, all the way up until April 6th. And then they came at me with the deal, or a different charge. If I plead out to this, it'll be, a bunch of paper time and county time that I've already accumulated. And so yeah, I jumped on it, right? And so I'm getting brought to court the 7th of April. And this is when I find out, okay, she moved to Illinois. And so she sends a letter just to the DA trying to literally get me banned from Chicago, or the state of Illinois. I mean, I grew up 40 fucking years there. Everything's there of mine. And, my lawyer's like, you can't ban them from one of the states of the union, yada, yada, yada. So, but the freaking judge, because they got me on all this paper time in the first 2 years as supervised, it was like, well, for the first 2 years, and she's talking to the DOC people there, for the first 2 years, he will not be allowed to transfer his stuff to Illinois, nor will he be able to get a pass to go to Illinois. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So now I'm in Tulsa with nobody. I don't even got my job back yet. Thank God I did. But I have nobody, no clothes, nothing. So I get out of the jail. I have to walk 22 miles to get to a Walmart because God bless my sister, had money there waiting for me so I can get a phone. I do that, and then I walk and go to the probation office in Zapopa, and I stay outside all night long until they open up. And the first thing I do is transfer all my shit out of Creek County to Tulsa. Fuck Creek County. And so I do that, and I end up getting water in my knee, and I have no clothes or nothing. I mean, and God bless my sister. She rented me the motel that's only a mile away from where I need to be, and she did that for like 2 or 3 weeks. And then my brother John, he steps up and he helps me out a lot too. He sent me shoes from Amazon, so I had better shoes to work with, work supplies. He's got me Ubers. He sent me some cash so I can help pay for the room. Yeah, so I mean, but my sister Tracy, she stood with me in jail, helped me in jail, helped me. She just, she'll never know how much I appreciate her, and I know I'm broken, and I'm not like anybody else, and honestly, I guess I really haven't talked about this because I can give a flying fuck what people think about me. Unlike her, I don't give a fuck. But there's one thing I'm not. I don't fucking hit women. I don't need to hit women. But I do not give a fuck what people think about me. If somebody has listened to one of her stories and feels some kind of way about me, or some fucking I'm this now and that, first and foremost, fuck you. I don't really give a fuck about your opinion, but you're wrong. A couple of Google searches, you would have realized she was full of shit. But instead, no, let's not